What is going on, guys? This is Justin with Palmetto Coast Exotics. I wanted to do a video on Baird's rat snakes. This is a species that is wildly underrated in my opinion. Super cool snakes. I really don't understand why people don't keep them more often. And I'll kind of go into detail on how I keep them and why they're so awesome. So stay tuned. Alright, so here I have, this is one of my small neonate Bairds. This one comes from unknown bloodlines. I got it recently, and so this is what they look like as babies. They look a lot like kind of your average run-of-the-mill yellow rat snake as babies, or something very similar. But as you'll come to see, they actually go through a pretty dramatic color change from the time they're babies until they're adults. And this one actually just ate the other day, like yesterday, so I'm trying not to handle her too much. So these guys, like I said, they go through a pretty substantial color change from the time they're babies until they're adults. They're native to southwest Texas into northern Mexico, and then there's a couple, a population or two in a mountain range kind of more south deeper into Mexico, which it's argued right now that should be a separate subspecies. But I feel like the subspecies debate kind of never ends. But anyway, so this is my this is one of my four. I have this female, another male that's the same size, and then I have another pair that's small adult size that I'll show here in a minute. And so one of the nice things about this species is how mellow they are. Sometimes, like my bigger female, she can be a little on the spazzy side, but for the most part they're very mellow. They don't really bite much, if ever. I have no issues with them eating. They can just be a little shy. They're kind of nervous snakes, like she's rattling her tail right now, which they do a lot. So they're kind of like, I guess flighty would be the word. I don't know. They're pretty chill though. They tolerate being handled very well. Great rat snake species. They stay under 4 feet on average, so they don't get massive. And as you'll see with some of the localities and stuff of the species, there's some pretty incredible patterns and stuff to work with. And so you noticed how light that female was, and you see how dark this male is. This is the other small male, and kind of the interesting thing, and you can kind of pick it up, is around the saddles towards the top of the neck. It's like outlined in yellow. So this male is considerably darker and has a little bit more of a dirtier appearance than the female does. He also just ate yesterday, so I'm going to keep the handling down to a minimum. But you'll notice after seeing this the kind of the drastic change that these guys go through from babies to adults. These are very mellow snakes. I keep them pretty similar to how I would keep corn snakes. I offer them a hot spot that ranges from the mid-80s to 90. With obviously a temperature gradient, so it can run from a cooler end to a hotter end. I give them a water dish, pretty standard. Paper towel is my substrate of choice around here. It's easier to clean. Does not much on the eyes, but it does the job. And then I just feed them weekly. My adults I'll feed every other week, and believe it or not, my two adults are 2-year-old snakes, but I kind of slow grow all my snakes because I don't really like to power feed. I like my breeders to be older and breed longer into their careers and produce healthier babies overall. All right. So you can hear rattling, but this is one of my my bigger ones. This is the Mexican locality, or at least that's what they were bought as. We're going through our color change still, and we're mussing all over the place. Oh, it smells awful. Alright, and so this is my adult male who's in the middle of his change. Well, I won't say adult. I'll say small adult to sub-adult. This is actually a 2-year-old snake. Like I said, I slow grow my animals. And these two, this one and the female, are actually the Mexican locality. And what's kind of signature of that locality is the silver head, followed by kind of the orange body. With the Texas locality, you don't really get that big of a distinction between the head coloration and the rest of the body. But one of the coolest things about these guys is like this silver sheen they get. You can kind of see it here. The pictures in the the video really doesn't do him much justice. This guy's super mellow compared to my female, which I had some footage of her just now. I don't know if I'll include her or not because she really freaking spazzed out. This guy's very mellow. He's very inquisitive. Everything smells like a female now, so he's probably getting excited. But once these guys reach adulthood, these stripes that you see towards the back end are going to pretty much fade away. Or not the stripes, but the saddles and stuff you see like right here where my finger is, those will be faded away. And then you get some adults that are actually entirely silver. There's a certain bloodlines where the entire snake is like gunmetal gray / like sterling silver. And they're really incredible animals. But as you can see, this guy's super mellow. He's always been really mellow. The female's always been a spaz. The babies are pretty chill. I have no issues with getting these guys to eat. My only issue is sometimes with the flightier individuals. They're very shy about eating. So if I give them food, I usually feed them last so I can offer up their food and then get out of the room. That way I'm not moving around. I'm not making a bunch of noise and banging around. Because they will, especially like my female, she'll drop her food and she'll kind of forget about it, and then I'll have to come back and offer it to her again later, which is kind of a pain. This guy I don't have that problem with. This guy just does whatever. He doesn't care. But that's the neat thing about these guys is they just get prettier as they age. Really fantastic species. Easy to keep. If you like corn snakes and you like just cool New World rat snakes that don't get crazy huge but still have a decent amount of color, and you get to actually kind of watch a nice ontogenetic color change, similar to, I guess, I kind of related to green tree pythons in a similar way, because the babies look nothing like the adults. These guys are relatively inexpensive. The Mexican localities go for quite a bit more than the Texas, but still not a hard species to come by, very easy to keep, very chill. And, I mean, you really can't beat them. I love corns, but bairdi will always have a special place in my heart. They're just gorgeous snakes. And I'm really irritated these cameras don't do them justice, because they really are gorgeous animals. But, please be sure to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment, tell me what you think. If you keep Bairds, are they one of your favorite species to keep? What other New World rat snakes would you recommend, as far as stuff here in North America? Compared to the subox, these guys are puppy dog tame and very cool. Thanks for watching. See you later.